Hey, our gamer. Thanks for redeeming first. I'll give you points when I get back. Hey, Mortapixel, welcome in. How's the event? The event was fine. At least my experience. Sounds like it wasn't perfect for everyone. How you doing today, guys? I'm at the airport, so we're just kind of just hanging out. I can't do a gaming stream right now, and probably won't have time to do a gaming stream today because I'll get home in Chicago at 12:35 local time, and I gotta wake up at 6:30 in the morning for work. Yay! 20 streak again. Hey, congrats. How's everyone doing today? Happy Monday. Let's see, it's already 5 p.m. back home. Yeah, I had to take the day off today too because it was a travel day. I saw that sad pizza. Feels bad, man. Pizza was fine. It's just it was expensive. Ember, welcome in. I just stopped by to say hi. I hope you are having fun at TwitchCon. TwitchCon was good. It was I've only been to two. Was at the one in Vegas 2 years ago, which was all right. It wasn't awful, but it was a much smaller venue, or at least they used a lot less space compared to San Diego, where they used a lot of the space very well. I remember this is where they have like the big Comic Con every year too. So like they know how to utilize the space here. So yeah, they made better use of the space. There was a lot more to see. Even Artist Alley, which was like maybe like like 3 or 4 aisles in Vegas. Here was an entire atrium upstairs. Was it crowded this year? At times, at times. But again, it was a large space, so there was a lot enough room for people to kind of spread out a bit. But during like the middle hours of the events, usually like afternoon or so, that's when things would start to get a little bit more crowded, both upstairs in the Artist Alley and the atrium, as well as down in the expo hall by the various exhibitors. So we'll see what happens in the future. I know there's a bit of a controversy going on right now that's getting resolved with TwitchCon. Hopefully it's getting resolved. I hear legal charges are being pressed. But we'll see what that means for the future of TwitchCon. To be honest, I've always wondered about TwitchCon. Is there anything you're really worth going for? So I will say this, because having gone to other professional like conventions as well as like conferences, because those kind of overlap, right? So here, like they have like panels where you can go and other people, either both Twitch executives or big streamers, they can speak on a panel or whatever, and people can like, kind of listen to like their advice for kind of improving your streams and whatnot here. And I will say, for a professional convention, TwitchCon is by far the most expensive that I've gone to, where the actual like professional panels seem near worthless. Because, and I've explained this to a few other people, especially when you have like the big streamers that are speaking as to their experiences and how they became successful. Not to put down their success and how they managed to achieve that success and maintain that success, because obviously they put in the work to maintain it. That's a lot of work. But most big streamers, they get big because of a lucky break, right? And it's like that's not something you can really teach. Like you can tell people like stick with it and kind of find your niche and yada yada yada. Like I could tell people that, but it's like it makes a lot of the professional panels worthless. And yeah, there might be some stuff where it's like maybe a Twitch executive then kind of like showing you like different things that you can do on the panel or sorry, on the platform and stuff like that, and tips for maybe improving your stream. But that's all stuff that they actually make readily available on the Twitch website already. So it's I don't see a lot of value. Like I went to a lot of those panels back in Vegas, and I was like, because I went with a friend, and I was like, yeah, you just want to get out of here, want to leave. And I went to one panel this time, and it was really just because a friend of mine was essentially hosting the panel. To kind of just wanted to support them. Let me see here. I'm gonna catch up. Are you okay and safe? I think I heard something about there was an incident. Yeah. So one of the bigger streamers who was there for a meet and greet was essentially assaulted. Now, luckily, because TwitchCon's security basically did nothing at the time, and we're even joking about it afterwards. It was her own personal security that stepped in to intervene, and she was okay. They were able to protect her well enough, but she was clearly shaken up, obviously, and screaming for help. And yeah, it's from what I've heard last, she is pressing legal charges against the attacker. Yeah, sort of like a vine sauce and crop. I don't know what that means. It's a unique thing that was different from other streamers. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, it shouldn't happen. And I mean, I think there's a lot of finger pointing right now in terms of like who's to blame and whatnot. And yeah, TwitchCon security themselves probably could have handled it better. But I mean, especially at an event like this, I don't know if you can really anticipate these things, at least not in a efficient manner. So we'll see what happens. Again, I don't have a horse in this race, so. But no, that shouldn't have happened, and good for her for having her own personal security. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Oops, sorry. Just making sure I can see chat. I did run into some streamer friends, some who I had not met in person before, so that was kind of cool. I'll do a photo. I haven't been posting a lot of photos from TwitchCon itself, so I'll do like a photo dump, mostly pictures that I've taken with other people and other streamers. And yeah, I'll share those in the coming day or so, give or take. But yeah, no, I overall enjoy the experience for TwitchCon, and again, assuming TwitchCon does continue, it's something that I probably would like to check out again in the future. I will say though, both even in Vegas when it was like it's seemingly a smaller event now by comparison, and even here in San Diego, I will say I was able to essentially check out the majority of the expo hall and Artist Alley, at least the stuff that I wanted to check out, all on day one. Like after day one, it was like, all right, well, I've seen everything I want to see. Day two, I kind of just went in a little bit deeper into stuff that maybe I wouldn't have wanted to check out like initially, but it's like, oh, let's check this out. Let's see, this might be interesting, especially in the exhibitor hall. Maybe just meeting some other companies or whatever and talking about what they offer. Artist Alley, I got a bit deeper look. I streamed, I think, on day 3, kind of showing you guys around Artist Alley, and then after that stream, actually, you know, during the stream even, I started going around and buying stuff because I didn't want to buy things early in during the convention because I didn't want to carry stuff around, you know. Do you think it's good for networking? Here, let me catch up actually. Let me go back here. Vine Sauce and Corruption was the response to someone doing something that was unique and caught on in the mainstream. Basically, a Nintendo variety streamer who corrupted a bunch of Nintendo games and made them all wacky and reacted to the changes. Okay. Do you think there will be another TwitchCon after this incident? If they do, I hope they do a better job of security. I think there will be. I think there's going to be some big changes because the fact that especially that this incident went public and viral, I think is putting a microscope on it, and it's going to lead to some pretty big changes. I still think Twitch is going to want to do TwitchCon in the future, but I think there are going to be some pretty big changes. Do you think it's good for networking? Not really. I'd say it's because like obviously like Twitch itself is a very it's not an in-person platform, right? I will say it's great for kind of meeting up with people that you already know from the platform. And there are opportunities to meet people that you don't know, right? And kind of network with people that maybe have a similar niche, especially if you're going to similar exhibitors or similar panels, things like that. At least from my experiences so far, I wouldn't say it's the best for networking in terms of like growing professionally. Does that make sense? Right, I was trying to consider if it was worth it to go out or not. Well, I will say this though, because I've heard a lot of people that come here to San Diego during TwitchCon don't actually go to TwitchCon. They come here for the parties, which are put on by the various companies that are here and promoting and interacting with like their partners and whatnot. And then, like, if you want to go to the official Twitch party, like the Twitch block party, some people literally just buy a Saturday ticket so they can buy the block party ticket and then go to that. I will say the block party is fun. Wouldn't necessarily recommend it for someone who's trying to network. But if you go to some of the other parties, those might be better for networking, especially if you're working with people if you're working with a company and you want to network with people that also work with that company, that might be good. But I haven't done a lot of those. It seems like it's more a fan-based event. A lot of the people that are here, I would say, are fans. or affiliates thinking that it's a good opportunity for them to network. Yeah. And this is something that, like, even for like a professional event like E3 was, I will say in the last few years that I was going, it was less for like going for what it was for and more just kind of like meeting up with friends that I hadn't seen in a long time. So yeah, I see it right at TwitchCon right now, for me at least. It's more of just like meeting up with people that I don't get to see all that often. I don't get to see in person. Let's see. Are the people at TwitchCon nice and outgoing? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, everyone's fantastic, except for that one guy. Compared to anime and video game conventions, that I wouldn't have as much of a reference because I haven't been to a ton. Never been to a TwitchCon before. Hey, Dragon, welcome in. How are you today? I'm at the airport. There's still, like, I got here super early. My flight's not until 6:30 local time. It's like 3. I've been here since like noon. Actually, no, I got here around 11, and I got through security by like. Well, I got in the security line around 11:20. I think I got through security by 11:45. So I've been here a while. My flight's not until 6:30, so I'll be home after midnight, and I gotta wake up at 6:30 in the morning for work. Yes! Yay, back to work. By the way, I'm going to Japan on the 30th if you need me to look for anything. Where at? I don't really need anyone to look for anything. Although, I mean, you can try to look for stuff if you want. I've tried to look for certain things that I can't find. But more than anything, I might maybe have you meet up with someone to pick some stuff up. I'm good. How about me? I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired. I got a decent amount of sleep though. A fun and safe trip. Gonna be in the Tokyo area. Okay. Yeah, the only things I've been really looking for, I can message you later. There's specifically 3 items that are currently my holy grail items for my Fire Emblem collection that I don't know if any exist anymore, just because of like how long it's been since they came out and how not durable they are. But I can message you details if you ever come across anything like. But basically, I'm looking for audio cassettes from the 90s, early 90s. But aside from that, the only real thing is I really need to go back to Japan to physically pick up stuff, because apparently things can't be shipped over here now. So I have to physically go and pick up stuff that's being held for me over there. But I hope the shipping thing gets resolved because a number of items have already released recently from Ami and other places too, other retailers. But they're not shipping to Japan from Japan to the U.S. anymore. They're also not shipping to Canada, but that's because of the strike. But they're not shipping to the U.S. because of import policies. The chance I could find them in that in a junk draw in a hobby. Send me some pics. I'll send, yeah, they're audio cassette tapes, and again, the idea that some audio cassette tapes from the 90s, early 90s, I'm talking like 1990, would have survived this long and in good or better condition. It's a long shot, but I'm hoping. Actually, all my pre-orders from Amazon got canceled. So I have orders from Ami, and they've specifically put out a statement that they will not cancel, but they're on hold indefinitely, basically. So your stuff from Amazon is going to be for figures and stuff I ordered. I didn't order it from Amazon. I did order the newest Fire Emblem Engage manga, which comes out November 4th. And because that is a smaller item, it should be okay. We'll see. But yeah, all the figures, because whenever I order figures or other like merchandise that isn't like paperback manga, I order through Ami, and again they've said that they will not cancel orders, but again it's on hold indefinitely until the decision's made somewhere somehow to get those stuff over here. So yeah, in terms of Fire Emblem stuff. The large Dimitri statue, which is ginormous compared to, like, it might even be taller than the Ike one. The Ike one is huge just because he's very muscular, but the Dimitri one's tall because of his freaking weapon. So the big Dimitri statue, the smaller pop-up parade figures for Dorothea and Sylvain, and then Hilda comes out next month. And then the big Edelgard statue will also be out in January. And then there's also a big Hilda statue that will be in, I think, August or September of next year. So hopefully it's all resolved by then. 1/4 side, 1/7. 1/7. God, if it was 1/4, that'd be like ridiculous. No, the big Fire Emblem statues are 1/7 scale. But again, when you take into consideration like Dimitri's size and the size of his lance, it's going to be a tall one. And I will say they've been pretty good about and pretty consistent about the scale of the statues. I will say the female Byleth one, it just seems like it's way smaller than 1/7. It's still it's listed as 1/7, but if you put her next to every other Fire Emblem figure, she is like if you put her sword, like the sword of the creator, which if you look in game, it looks pretty big when they're holding it in like that first scene when they get it. It looks huge. When you put the one from the statue next to like Ragnell from Ike's statue, it's like a little more than half the size. I'm like, this is not right. This is not 1/7 scale. And there's a Byleth Figma, I think that's coming out. I can't remember when. And I'm like, these have to be basically the same size because this Byleth statue is clearly not 1/7 scale. That sounds huge. What does? Oh, Dimitri and then his lance. Yeah, again, it's a 1/7 scale, but it might be as tall as some of those 1/4 scales. Should look up some figures. Yeah, I know for Fire Emblem, like I said, like they've got the Dimitri statue already out, Dorothea pop-up parade figure, Sylvain pop-up parade figure already out, Hilda's next month for pop-up parade, Edelgard statues in January, Hilda statue I think is in September, and then I know there's a Byleth Figma. So those are a little bit bigger than the pop-up parade, smaller than the statues, but they're posable. That one should be out, I believe, within the year. I don't remember the exact date. I have to pick up a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff that got canceled for me. Okay. All through Amazon? What I should probably ask, though, is like, I should probably email Ami, be like, hey, I know you're holding all our US orders. If I or someone I know is going to Japan, is there somewhere they can go to pick it up? Because I also asked them about another potential option. I was like, this was before the Canada postal strike. I was like, can I change my address to a Canadian address so that you can ship it there and then they can ship it to me in the States? They're like, yes, but keep in mind, if you change your address to someone who already has an account and has their address on file, both your accounts get closed. And I'm like, crap. Let's see, so I'm going to the Shibuya store and Artnia. Okay. Wait, which Shibuya store? Yeah, I can maybe ask Ami like, hey, is there a way that my stuff can be picked up? Because like right now, I think the only things they have on hold for me are the Dimitri statue, Dorothea, and Sylvain. And then, like I said, the Hilda one comes out next month. But that might be like, that's like Dimitri alone plus 3 pop-up parade figures makes me think that that would be a suitcase on its own. And I don't know if I can ask you to bring a suitcase for me. It has been done by other friends of mine. There's a Final Fantasy store in... Oh, okay. I'm not sure if it's called anything. Okay. I went to the shop and they had it was a Square Enix cafe. I don't remember the actual location. It's not there anymore. I didn't realize it was only like temporary. I don't even know if they thought it would be temporary, but it was a restaurant. Artnia has a cafe by the headquarters. Okay, cool. I think I've heard that name before. I can't remember where I've heard it though. I was like, it sounds familiar, but I don't know what it was. Or no, don't remember what it was. But yeah, it's 3:20 right now. My flight's we're not boarding even until 6:05, and the flight's at 6:35. So I have 3 hours. I'm probably gonna, I'll take you guys with me. Oh, Ember, thank you for gifting a sub to Immortal Pixel. Appreciate that. Are you guys getting like, I think if you do like subs or whatever, I don't know if it applies to gifted subs, but you can get like a Pokemon badge. I missed out on Chikorita, but oh well. Kaizen, welcome in. Are you awake already? I keep forgetting that you're only like 3 hours behind me now. Well, thanks. Enjoy your emotes. Remember, you guys, you can use your emotes not only across all of Twitch, but you can also use them on iMessage. You can use them as on iMessage as stickers. How's it going, Kaizen? We're at the airport, but like there's another flight even at this gate before mine. So my flight's not for another 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So I might take you guys with me to go get some food. But I don't want to take forever. But I also don't want to. There's like a McDonald's on there. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm gonna go to San Diego. I don't want to eat McDonald's. But at the same time, I also don't want to spend any money. Yeah, food. There's a restaurant. It says like something by Tony Hawk. Like it's a skate themed restaurant. I'm like, I don't know how involved Tony Hawk was with this, but maybe we'll check it out. Gonna be eating so much on a gear. Oh, nice. Yeah, next time I go to Japan, I mean, I feel like I got a decent amount of like trying out the local foods, but I mean, obviously there's only so much you can eat in like 2 weeks, so I'd be very willing to go back and try some more. Actually, speaking of McDonald's, I've had McDonald's like 4 times in the past 15 years. 2 of them were in Japan last summer. Not this past summer, last summer. Because I've been hearing like, oh, Japanese like McDonald's is so much better. I'm like, I don't have any context. I haven't been to McDonald's in like 15 years. But no, it was pretty amazing. And because the food was very cheap, like the amount of food you get for $9 there was amazing. Like if you bought that same amount of food here, it'd probably be like 25 bucks. Disappointed by the Nintendo Museum when I went last year. I mean, they've added a few more stuff since then, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't expect to be wowed. I mean, you'll see some cool stuff. It's like, oh, that's interesting, that's nice. But I wouldn't go expecting to be wowed or anything like that. Like, honestly, if like, because they have like video game museums and stuff like that as well. But if I think the fan community got together and like decided, hey, let's make like the ultimate Nintendo museum, it'd be a million times better in terms of like the experience and what you could see and all that. Like I've been joking for years, like I could make a Fire Emblem museum on my own, single-handedly. I just don't have the money to actually make a museum, but I've got the exhibits. So you guys are propped up on my suitcase right now. When I take you guys to get food, we'll put you on a table. Hopefully. Bum, bum. By the way, Kaizen, I managed to fit all your stuff and all my stuff into the same suitcase and backpack that I brought with me. I didn't have to, because initially I was like, oh, this is so much stuff. I'll have to put all the stuff like in the suitcase and then put stuff in my backpack, but then use one of the like the tote bags they gave us at the convention as like my personal item. And then I would have to check my suitcase. My backpack would go in the overhead bin, and the personal item would go under the seat. No, Kaizen, you're fine. I'm just glad I was actually able to fit it all, and I don't have to check a bag because they charge you now. The drama about tourists taking pictures was because they said you couldn't take pictures upstairs, but the prototype consoles were downstairs. Wait, the drama about tourists taking pictures was because they said you couldn't take pictures upstairs. So wait, there was drama? What? Nintendo Museum? Right, but what is this drama we're talking about? I didn't realize there was drama. Let's see, they blame foreigners for taking pictures when they weren't supposed to. So wait, were the foreigners taking pictures downstairs and then people were blaming them for something? Like, I don't understand what the situation was here. What band is this? Is this Red Hot Chili Peppers? It sounds like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Scar Tissue by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay. It's in Californication, the album. I was like, this sounds very familiar. Taking pictures of the consoles that were downstairs, but they were consoles that were shown at E3. Okay. So who was blaming them then? Again, this is the first I'm hearing of this drama, so I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, there's a little kid dressed as Woody, and it's adorable. And their mom is dressed as, oh no, she's just wearing his cowboy hat. Oh, Nintendo staff. It was a while back? Okay. Well, they just have to be more clear about that, both for the staff and for the public. Anyone got any plans today? It's Monday. It doesn't feel like a Monday because I'm still out of town. I go back to work tomorrow. Yeah, my flight gets in at like 12:35 in the morning. It'll probably be around 1 o'clock at the absolute earliest that I get home. It's probably going to be closer to like 1:15. Now, if I can sleep the entire flight, that's 4 hours. Let's assume I get 3.5. If I can sleep for 3.5 hours, which that's wishful thinking, then let's say I get to sleep by like 2. That's 4.5 hours there. So 3.5 plus 4.5, that's 8 hours. That's ideal, right? Not ideal being it broken apart into 2, but you know. I got an hour into Act 2, so now I have to finish that today. Okay, so making progress. Yeah, it's not that long. It's not that long. Spent too long at Suzuki stream yesterday and not enough on progress. Should I stop rating people, you know? Overall, you had a good time? I had a good time, yeah. I will say, though, TwitchCon in San Diego, better than TwitchCon in Las Vegas. But Las Vegas nightlife, way better than San Diego nightlife. Guys, like, after 7 p.m., if you're outside of, like, the main area or outside the convention center, like, it's literally, like, a six-block area. Like, a 2-block radius. If you're outside of that area around the convention center, there's, like, no one on the streets after 7 p.m. It's, like, empty. And I'm like... Granted, I'm coming from Chicago, where there's Chicago doesn't sleep until like 3 a.m. But it's like, I was like, it feels like it's like 3 a.m. because there's no one out here. E3 was also like that. The nightlife wasn't that great unless you got invited to a party. There was stuff to do in LA. Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, I also stayed in West Hollywood usually because I usually stay by the train stations further out because West Hollywood is way more fun than like downtown Los Angeles. Because like unless you're again like you said going to some of those parties which were by like in the area around like the Nokia Theater, which is I guess became the Microsoft Theater, which I guess is now the Peacock Theater. Like all the parties were like in that area because there's a lot of cool places they could rent out. And unless there was stuff going on in the Staples Center and stuff like that, like yeah, I guess that downtown area was very very boring. But no, I stayed in West Hollywood because like I had a friend that was like literally just down the block from like the train station, or then later on I stayed in an Airbnb area in the same area. But it was like I think it was by where Kimmel hosts his show, and it's by what's the Disney-owned theater there? It's on the tip of my tongue. The El Capitan Theater. I think there was another big theater around there. I can't remember which one. Is Dolby by there? No, it's not. That's somewhere else. But it was like that area, and it was fantastic. It took a train, yeah, and the trains are very easy, so just the way the city's laid out. So it's like, because that's something that took me like a few years to learn. Like, yes, I could get a hotel downtown, but especially since I'm paying for my staff. But eventually, I was like, you know what? It's cheaper to stay a little bit further out, but it's still super easy to get in if you take the train. So just stay by a train station, and the one by West Hollywood ended up being my favorite. E3 was also like that, or that, yeah. Yeah, and the only reason I discovered that is because there was one year where I think it was it just me? No, it was me and one other. It was me and one other, and because I had a friend that was living there, I was like, hey, can I just stay with you? Oh, no, you know what it was? So I stayed at their place 2 years. It was me and one other, and we were staying there when they were there. And they even offered to drive us in instead of taking the train. But the year after, I was like, "Hey, can I stay with you? Again?" They were like, "Yeah, you can stay at our place, but we're actually going to be out of town. So as long as you're willing to like house sit and feed the cats, you're welcome to stay." I'm like, "Sure." So then that's when I actually had to take the train. I was like, "Oh, this is super easy. Let's just do this all the time." So then the year after, because they had moved by that point from LA to I think Miami, By that point, I was like, I'm just gonna find an Airbnb in that same area. Perfect. And then by that point, I was back up to bringing like, I think I brought 3 or 4 people that year. Miss E3. I miss E3 too. I don't miss the travel distance though. Should we start holding a TanukiCon in Chicago, guys? McCormick Place is bigger than the Los Angeles Convention Center. Just realized I'm not sure there's traditional trains here. I mean, yeah, what are you guys gonna need a train for? There's a monorail, but they never finished it because it went way over budget. So it's just like, the structure is just there. Guys, this airport, by the way, is like the worst airport I've been to in a while. There's 2 terminals. One's newer, but it's not finished. So like the 2 terminals aren't even connected. So like I'm here with our friend, and they're in the other terminal. So we're basically like blocked off from each other unless we want to go through security all over again. And this newer terminal, it feels more outdated than Chicago O'Hare's terminals that have been there since like the 80s and 70s. Granted, they probably have been updated since the 80s and 70s. But this terminal, like, and even just the airport in general, this is like the worst airport I've been to in a long time. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just like, it's the worst one I've been to. Like if I had to rank them, it's near the bottom or at the bottom. See, I mean, having good public transportation is always nice to have, yeah. But I mean, again, in my mind, I can't comprehend the size of the state and if a train system's really needed. But like a monorail system, yeah, I guess I could see that. No, I guess no, that's a lie. I guess yeah, train system. Like we have like obviously a robust train system around Chicago, and something like that around Hawaii would be nice. I guess. I'm thinking more in terms of like long distance, like high speed stuff. Like the high speed rail system that should be in place in the U.S. Like from Chicago to St. Louis, and Chicago to Minneapolis, and Chicago to Cleveland. Especially as someone who can't drive. Yeah, yeah. Like New York has the subways. I would like something like that. I mean, do you want an underground? We have an elevated train here in Chicago. Not here, but you know what I mean. There's still a subway. Like the train system that does go underground, but like around the loop, like the main downtown, they just built this. They built the train above the streets. Called the L for elevated train. Some people think it's Spanish. It's the L. No, it's just elevated train. But yeah, speaking of being able to fit everything in my bags, how am I fitting it? I'm wearing the pullover, like the half zip pullover that I wore on the flight here. So luckily I did keep it separate because I was like wondering, am I gonna have to wear this again just to save space? On top of that, my K-pop Demon Hunter sweater that I wore 2 days ago, it's wrapped around my waist right now. That was the only way I could have enough space, and even then, my stuff's bursting at the seams. Underground may not be possible, but I just want the ability to go anywhere without cashing favors from. No, that's understandable. Yeah, totally understandable. Guys, I will say this: like, I love public transportation. Whenever I travel, just being able to take a train anywhere. Now, granted, here I didn't have to take a train because we decided to stay literally right next to the convention center. So literally just roll out of bed, walk next door, and we're at the convention center. Still had to take a taxi from the airport to the hotel and vice versa. But I do like using public transportation. Like Los Angeles, I use the train system there. Japan, fantastic train system. I miss the voice announcements from the train systems in Japan. And the Shinkansen, the bullet train, oh my god, it was amazing. That is what travel should be like. Yeah, we should have bullet trains here. Oh, I'm mute that. Sadly, in America, it's automatically assumed everyone drives. Life is so much harder if you can't. Yeah. No, but like I've seen like proposals for high-speed rail. The thing is, like the whole country wouldn't be networked by high-speed rail because it's just not practical. At least not yet, not at this time. Um, but like there are like regions where high-speed rail would make sense, right? Like you look at like, sorry, the western seaboard. So like connecting like Los Angeles to San Francisco to you know um, anything up north that's on the coast. Although I guess you could just go to Portland and Seattle, which I think both are a little bit further inland. Um, but yeah, just like connecting those, so you wouldn't have to drive that like massive highway coming out of LA that like is always just jam packed. And then like Chicago is essentially going to be the hub of like a regional high speed rail system in the Midwest. Like you could connect to Minneapolis, like you can connect to like Madison and to Milwaukee on the way to Minneapolis. You could connect to St. Louis with Springfield along the way. You could connect to like Indianapolis and Cleveland and Columbus, Detroit, and then obviously you have like smaller like regular trains that kind of branch off from those. It'd be great if we had New York connected to Chicago and California. Oh well, again, connecting from even Chicago to California, that might be a little unrealistic. Like that you might have to fly that. But like even just like is there really not like a high speed rail system that connects every major city from Washington D.C. up to Boston? That includes like Philadelphia and New York and what else am I forgetting? Like everything from Washington. Like you guys from space, you can see literally at night. It's just one giant beam of light connecting from like Washington D.C. to Boston. It's like it's just so densely packed. There's so many cities there. It's kind of why I wish I lived in Europe. A lot of places there are made for people, not cars. Yeah, because it was built before cars. You just have Amtrak, but it's not high speed. Amtrak is always having issues. Okay. So 3:37 now. I'll probably try and bring you guys with me to go get dinner at. Well, let's see. It's like 5:30 back home right now, right? I guess I could eat now. Because I'll eat breakfast again at 7 or so. Let's give it until the top of the hour. I'll take you guys with me to get some food at 4. Because it's 6 o'clock my time. Amtrak goes right up the East Coast. Okay. No, but there really should be like a high-speed system connecting at least everything from Washington up to Boston. That includes, like I said, Philadelphia, New York. What else is in between there? There's got to be more than just those. Because, like I said, you can see that from space. It's like a continuous line of light. We'll be streaming ZA this week, by the way, or not. So here's the plan for this week. I don't have it on hand with me. I can't remember everything. Actually, let me just get my iPad out. I know tomorrow we're just doing polls for Farina. And dailies, probably. Because, again, I have Marching Band rehearsal, and we might be going to dinner after. I'm not sure. We'll see. It's our last week of Marching Band, by the way, guys. But that also means it's going to be busy toward the end of the week because of Marching Band. Let's see. Oh, it's not online. So I don't know when the last time this was updated. Because I don't want to connect my iPad to my phone right now when I'm streaming. I'd say like to hear your opinion on ZA. Okay. Yeah, the plan is we are going to start it this week. We're probably not going to get very far here, and I'll explain why in a second. Let me see if this is updated or not. Okay, it's updated. All right. So here's the plan for this week. Tomorrow we're doing polls for Farina and Genshin. And then probably dailies. And by the way, the only way we pull for Nefer at all is if we get Farina in the first temple. But even then, we're probably only doing one temple just to be like, hey, can we get lucky again? Okay, so Wednesday, here's the thing. I have a movie that I need to go to because this from Saturday through Wednesday, Spirited Away is back in theaters. That was our Marching Band show last year, so I want to see it on the big screen. But because of TwitchCon and Marching Band rehearsal tomorrow, Wednesday's the only day I'm able to go. So I'm seeing that. So we are going to be doing Legends EA starting it on Wednesday. I don't know how long we'll be able to go because let's see. Assuming I had dinner before, movies at like. Actually, what time is the movie? Let's assume it's at 6. So we'll probably be done by like a little after 8. I get home around 8:30. Okay, that's actually not bad for a stream. We get like 3 hours in. So we'll start that, yeah, on Wednesday. Thursday, we can stick with Pokemon Legends EA, but again, I do have a marching rehearsal on Thursday, so that's going to go late. So I'm probably not going to get home until after 8, and I still have to eat dinner. So both days of Pokemon are probably going to be late. Friday, don't know yet. It's going to be, we have a football game, because again, last week of Marching Band season. We have a football game, but because we have the Marching Band competition the next day, we're not staying the whole game. But that also means I have to sleep early because I have to wake up early. I think our rehearsal starts at like 7 a.m. So it's probably going to be a short, just kind of check-in stream, maybe just Hoyo dailies or something on Friday. So again, so far, Farina polls and dailies on Tuesday, Pokemon Legends EA on Wednesday and Thursday, but again, probably late start and short streams. Friday, just probably Hoyo dailies and checking in on you guys. Saturday is going to be an IRL stream because we're doing, it's an all-day marching competition. Rehearsal starts at 7. I'm not home until after midnight, so it's going to be an IRL stream probably from the bus. Now Sunday is my first day out of Marching Band season. Sunday and Monday will probably start and hopefully finish ZZZ 2.3 main story. So we're going to try and work quickly, and if I can go long on Sunday, we can. So that's Sunday and Monday, ZZZ 2.3. Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we're going to try and start and finish the Genshin 6.1 Archon Quest. That one comes out tomorrow. We're going to try and do that next Tuesday and Wednesday. We also have a Fate trailer for the Legendary Mythic and Emblem banner, the trailer being next Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday will be Genshin Archon Quest. By the way, we have Friday. Oh, maybe Friday's stream can be, we can react to the Star Rail special program. Let me pencil that in. HSR special program. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm not connected to the cloud right now. I'll add that later. But that can be Friday. And then at that point, we should be hopefully caught up on Hoyo, and then we can maybe dive into more Pokemon and so on, at least before Star Rail 3.7 comes out. Let me see. Let me catch up. To hear your opinion on ZA, I started enjoying ZA more when I stopped viewing it as a Pokemon game and instead as a dress-up game that just has Pokemon. One of the few people who can run Farina on a Nefer team. Her burst and buffs are useless, but Nefer teams do need a healer, and my Farina provides good damage, good healing, and solid hydro application from using her NAD string in Osea state. That's the NAD string. Was after ZZ triggered and stream got muted. Oh, okay. Okay, let me just go through it all again. Tomorrow, Farina polls and dailies. Wednesday, Thursday, Pokemon Legends EA. Friday, Star Rail special program. Saturday, IRL stream for marching competition. Demi, welcome in. We're just going over the schedule for the next few days. I'm at the airport in San Diego waiting to fly out. So, wait, where was I? Oh, Friday, Star Rail special program. We're going to react to that. Saturday stream will be IRL because of the marching competition. Sunday, Monday, ZZZ 2.2 main story, and we're going to try and finish it all in those 2 days. That's the goal. We're going to try and push hard to finish it those 2 days. I don't have marching band after next week, so. Then Tuesday, Wednesday of next week is going to be the Genshin 6.1 Archon Quest. Again, we're going to try and do all we can to finish it in 2 days. That might be tough because, again, I do have work in the mornings and afternoon, but so we won't, like, for example, ZZZ, we have the benefit of a full Sunday, right? So Genshin, I might need a third day. We'll see. I don't know. But I can potentially stream as early as 4 if I don't have marching band. And then Fae summons, so that'll probably be a Fae stream on next Thursday because we have a Legendary Mythic and Emblem banner. But again, that's just summons, and after that I can do whatever. If we need to finish Genshin, then we can do that. And then we have nothing scheduled or penciled in for the next few days after that, so we can maybe do some Pokemon. Because starting on the 4th, Kaizen's birthday, by the way, we have Honkai Star Rail 3.7. So we're pulling for Cyrene. We also have polls for Jufufu and ZZZ. Luckily, no new story. Grind to get Greninja, it only takes an hour. Let's see. Didn't mean to say that. I said, you're coming back. Yes. So I'm at the airport. I'm going to be flying out of here in about 3 hours. Hopefully less than 3 hours. And then I'll be getting in after midnight. I'll be getting home after 1 a.m. And then I have to wake up at 6:30 for work. I only have to get to rank K. That's what I've heard. Music tomorrow. Yeah, I'm teaching music tomorrow. I have a full day tomorrow. I have music classes at the younger school, and then I have a high school marching band rehearsal until 8 p.m. And then we might be going out to staff dinner afterwards. So I might not get home until 10 p.m. guys. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, once we hit November 4th, that's when we have Star Rail. We're going to pull for Cyrene and Jufufu on the 4th. We also have a Fate trailer for the Ninja banner. But that's probably all we're going to do on that Tuesday, because I want to give people a head start, at least for Star Rail stuff. We might do other stuff in the meantime. Wednesday, I don't know what we're doing on the 5th. But Thursday, we're going to do our face summons on the new Ninja banner and summons and TT and all that stuff. And we'll start the Star Rail Trailblaze Quest 3.7 on Friday the 7th and into the 8th. And hopefully finish it by then. Let's see. I haven't attempted yet. Is the rank grinding hard or is it simple? Kaizen says it's pretty quick, so. No music. Me too. Simple but annoying, just because combat in ZA sucks. That's good to know. But yeah, we'll start. Oop. Quick reload. Did the stream die? Are we back? Okay, we're back. Okay. Well, it's almost 4. We'll probably go get some food in a bit here. Last thing you said was that's good to know. I'm saying like the music in school. I'm gonna head out, but I gotta pick up the wife from the train. Hope you have a good flight back. Thank you, I appreciate that. Hopefully I can sleep the entire flight. Because again, I'm not gonna be able to get much sleep once I get home. Maybe 4.5 hours at most at home. So if I can sleep, it's a 4-hour flight. So if I can sleep then, that'd be great. If I can sleep now, that'd be great, but I can't leave my stuff unattended. But Mortal Pixel, have a good one. Thanks for dropping in, appreciate it. We'll talk more about Japan stuff. Well, thank you for the hydrate. I can't right now, but I will. We're gonna go get some food in a bit here. So, and I'll have to fill up my water bottle. I like how the sign above the sign up there says the next flight to Denver is delayed by like 13 minutes. The one at the gate says on time. So one of them is lying. Actually, the one above the gate's door, it's been saying on time for every flight. So pretty sure that's just not gonna admit any delay ever. But the one above above the desk here gives a specific delay time. All right. Who's in chat? We got more people in chat than we had earlier. Before the stream crashed. say hi if you're in chat. Unless you're lurking, which no worries. By the way, we educated Suzushi yesterday on the importance of cooldowns. I saw that because like I had the stream open and I just like went to sleep. So when I woke up, the chat was still there. It was like 10 hydrates. Jesus. I do that to Zadora sometimes. Stretch. Thank you. I will say this though of this terminal, even though like it's not the best terminal, the fact that like the waiting area, they have the regular chairs that you normally see in airports. They also have like several couches here, and it's nice. I'm sitting on this like little three-sided couch, so like there's one behind me on to the right, one behind me on to the left. It's like a three-sided couch, so like this is like my own like little corner couch. I was like, this is perfect. Charlotte, welcome in. How are you today? A streak of 15 and later a streak of 10. Okay, I maybe missed the 15. How's it going, Charlotte? I'm at the airport. Did someone redeem first for the second stream? Because I think it separated. But we're gonna take you guys and we're gonna go find lunch in a bit here. There's a McDonald's, but I don't want to get McDonald's. There's a skate themed restaurant, kind of. It says this is by Tony Hawk. I don't know how involved he actually was. Stretch. I did. I'm like just lying back and stretching. Your streamer needs to learn the importance of cooldowns for redeems. Yeah. So Zadora still hasn't turned hers off. She hasn't learned that lesson. One of these days, she has to learn. They're looking for people to volunteer to bring their check-in bags and do the gate check-in to balance out the plane. I can't do that because I have to get off that plane and get home as soon as possible. So I can get to sleep. I have work in the morning. Actually, I did manage to at least check in early enough that I'm in the A boarding group, guys. Congratulate me. So I'm in the first group that boards. Let's see what's saying here. I bully out of a desire to educate, not because I'm secretly evil. It's for their own good. Do music today? You can do music every day, guys. Actually, I do want to get back to practicing my guitar. Actually, when I was here, I was actually visiting the Yamaha booth. They were showing me this this new software they had. But then as a little swag for, they gave me a bunch of swag actually for visiting their booth, including 12 guitar picks. And I'm like, sweet. They're the cheap kinds, but it's 12 guitar picks and for free. I'm like, thank you. For broke, I can't. Again? Funny you say that because I'm practicing on my bass. Nice. What you're practicing? Fundamentals? Don't skimp on your fundamentals, guys. Practice your scales. I still have to teach my younger kids about scales because they don't know what those are yet on recorder and piano. And at the high school, they're good with their scales. They actually just had IMEA auditions. What I need to work on more with the high school group that I haven't really been working on as much is tuning, intonation. Because they gotta listen. They gotta listen. Well, let's see, I own 2 guitars. I haven't used either in like 7 years. Bust it out. Just have it near you, and when you're bored, it'll just be like, hey, let's pick this up. Let's see what I remember. But yeah, take one out and have it set up next to you from time to time. What's the scale? Oh, you wait till you find out. Blame It on the Boogie by the Jacksons. Slaptastic intro recorded by Nathan East. Okay, but where are we on the fundamentals, though? Those are important. Let's see. 1 month down. Let's go. 30 stream streak. This airport has like these like little 1-person chairs, like little pods by the windows. I guess if someone just wants to sit by themselves and bask in the sun, that's nice. All right, guys, should we go find food? Want to go check out this Tony Hawk restaurant, or help me maybe pick another one? You guys want to come with? Yeah, you're coming with. I own an electric from high school. I have an acoustic that used to belong to my great uncle. Never knew him. He died like 50 years before I was born. But my grandpa hit me his guitar a while back. Oh, that's nice. So I'm guessing you haven't replaced any of the strings though, right? So probably not the best to play on right now until you can get, because again, the strings put pressure on the guitar, and if you haven't replaced the strings in a long time, you're gonna want to, you put new strings on there, but you'd have to gradually tighten them, because if you tighten them right away, you could actually risk ruining the guitar. Same thing with pianos. If you haven't tuned a piano in a long time, you have to go incrementally a little bit at a time, because it puts pressure, like thousands of pounds of pressure on a piano. So you have to do that a little bit at a time, let it rest, or let it get acclimated to that, then do a little bit more, let it rest. That's why usually with pianos, you want them tuned every like 6 months or so. But if you haven't tuned a piano in like 20, 30 years, you gotta go incrementally, otherwise you can risk that piano imploding. Just from the strings pulling inward. There's a bar right behind me. This is a bar. But I don't drink anymore. Imploding sounds so violent. Well, think about it. Okay, so there's 88 keys on a piano, right? So the minimum that's 88 strings. But the thing is, like 2/3, next probably like 3/4 of the piano have at least a second string, and then like the top like third of the piano has a third string. So that's a lot of strings. And when you think about how much you're tightening each of them, like the tension on there, you are putting thousands of pounds of pressure on the structure of the piano. That's why it has to be very strong.
We're trying to make up this delay, get you guys on your way as soon as possible. That's not going to be possible if we have to chat back at the end when we run out of space. So we're trying to be proactive, make up this delay, get you guys on your way as soon as possible. So those of you in the C group especially, but anybody that would like to gate check back, once again, it is completely free. Please come up here and see us so we can get you guys all tagged up and on your way.
Catch up with chats. Let's see. I mean, I assumed it says beer in big letters. Oh, does it? Oh, it does. Let's see. I legitimately have to get drunk at least once a year. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Aren't most of the keys striking 3 strings at once? Yes. Yeah. But there's like the very bottom end of the piano only has like one. They're larger strings, but there's only one string per each of those bass keys, and then the next several are going to be like 2 strings. Coming to work tomorrow? I am coming to work tomorrow. New York has its subways. I would like something like that. Wait, what? Why is the chat from earlier showing up now? What just happened? Did I just like scroll up accidentally? Wait. Okay, here. Lessens your sensory processing disorder, so 100% necessary to get through Hawaii and New Year's for me. 13 hours of fireworks isn't fun. Nobody here gets to sleep on New Year's. Like, even where I am, like, stupid neighbors, they'll shoot off fireworks on a random Tuesday at like 2 a.m. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? It's not even like a holiday. It's like 2 weeks away from a holiday. And I'm like, seriously? Some of us have to work. San Jose? Who's going to San Jose? Oh, that one over there. I was like, this, like the lady's talking from my gate, which is 105, but she's talking about the other gate, 103. Can you speak your language, please? I am. This is the only language I can speak. I can read basic Japanese, and I can understand some Filipino words. Hey, look, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We were just talking about them, weren't we? I think we were talking about them yesterday. The CN Tower. Actually, I don't know it's still called the CN Tower. I went there once. And we took a school field trip. It was a band trip to Toronto. We got to see. We got to take a tour of the CN Tower. We got to take a tour of what was it called? The Sky Dome, Toronto Sky Dome. I don't know if that's. I can't remember if they just renamed it or if they have a new stadium. Is the game today? I don't know if you guys can see it right on this TV over here. Maybe it is today. I don't know. Is that the Sky Dome? I don't know if it's just renamed or if it's a new stadium or what. But I've been there. It's been a while, but I've been there. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, I just realized since I'm streaming, I can't go to the bathroom without interrupting stream. We'll eat first, we'll hang out there, and then I'll go use the bathroom before the flight when I'm already done streaming. I've been to Seattle. Space Needle is pretty cool. I haven't yet. I do want to go because I have some friends there in the area. Some in Seattle, some in... Actually, I don't know. They're probably all in that area. I don't know. But I have some friends over there. Actually, my parents actually went there a while back. I wonder how... I mean, I'm sure they loved it, but I wonder what they did. But yeah, Seattle sounds like it'd be pretty cool to visit at some point. Some other places I should probably visit or want to visit. South Korea, although the fact that it's so close to North Korea makes me a little nervous. Australia. Obviously, I want to go back to Japan. Because there's a lot of places in Japan I haven't gone yet. Europe. I haven't gone to Europe at all. But if I go to Europe, it'd be like a months long kind of tour of like all the big places in Europe. Like I'd want to go to London, and Paris, and what's the big place in Spain? I think they had the Olympics there one time. A bunch of places in Italy I want to check out. You're hungry? I'm hungry. I'm going to eat dinner here in a bit. It's only 4 p.m. here, but it's 6 p.m. back home, which is a good time for me to start eating dinner so I can get back on my home schedule. But yeah, what else? I got friends in the Netherlands. Germany might be interesting. 6:30? No, it's not. It's 6:04 in Central Time. All right, should we go get food? I got like the perfect chair. Well, okay. Well, hold on. The next flight here is at 5:18. So this, all the seats here will probably clear up around 5 o'clock. So let's go get food, and we'll come back. I want to visit Tokyo. Tokyo, yeah, Akihabara. That's part of Tokyo. It's like a district in Tokyo. Kyoto's a separate city, yeah. Rome would be cool. Venice, yeah, Venice. Athens would be cool. Cairo. Ooh, that'd be interesting, yeah. They're playing like all my favorite songs from like when I was a kid. So it's a separate thing because of the vibe. It's like saying Disneyland instead of Anaheim. Well, you can say that about all the districts in Tokyo. Like Tokyo, I wouldn't even call it like a city. It's like a mega city. Like all these like mini districts are like their own cities. A single district in Tokyo is like as big as like a giant city in anywhere else. And they're just playing like the Californication album now. So like how Manhattan is to NYC. Yeah, yeah, you get the 4 boroughs. But like Tokyo's Tokyo's on another level, guys. All right, let's go find some food. Let's go spend some money. I will say, like, I didn't have to spend a lot of money on this trip. So yes, I'm California, which means I acknowledge that Disney is not in LA. Yeah, no, he's not in LA. Actually, one of my students has been commenting on my TikTok. No, on my Instagram. One of my high school students, and I feel like I'm starting to get the sense that they think Universal Studios Hollywood is in San Diego, or that Southern California is just like one place. And I'm Tuesday. I'm gonna have to tell them Tuesday evening at marching rehearsal. I'll be like, you know, Universal's not anywhere near San Diego, right? My non-Californian mother wrongly and strongly insists that Anaheim is in LA. That's like Chicago. It's like when Naperville people say like, "Oh, I'm from Chicago." Naperville's not Chicago, guys. Or even like Aurora is another. It's like probably like the next biggest city in Illinois. And it's like driving distance from Chicago, but like it's not Chicago. But if you're trying to give people an idea of like where it is, you'd say like, "Oh, it's close to Chicago." Naperville people, they just like to say they're in Chicago, but they're clearly not. All right, let's go get some food, guys. Let's get some food. Oh, this backpack is so heavy. I could attach it to my suitcase, but oops, sorry. Oh, I lost chat. It went vertical for a second. You guys still there? Am I horizontal again? Let me know. But I'm gonna go get food. Oh, there we go. It says that Evanston is merely a suburb of Chicago, even though I'm fairly certain Evanston... Oh no, they're all cities on their own, yeah, but they're still a suburb of Chicago. Evanston's pretty close to Chicago too, compared to some other suburbs. Like, they're closer than my suburb is. People who aren't from Cali often think that and assume they know better than people who are from there. All right, I got everything in mind. We're gonna go explore the airport and find food. There's another bar and restaurant here called Cutwater. There's a coffee place next to it. American tourists are so stupid, entitled. All right. What should I get that's not McDonald's? You guys still hear me okay? Let me know. I'm holding my phone in an awkward way just to make it clear to people I'm not recording you guys, I'm recording my face. Let's see, what is this here? Market Hall Modern Eatery. Seems boring. Oh, just like a coffee place. Coffee, cappuccinos, lattes, mochas, sandwiches and stuff. Ooh, this flight's going to Honolulu. Should I go to Hawaii, guys? Should I go to Hawaii? Go to Subway. There's no Subway here. We got some stores here. Univision, whatever. iStore. Really? We're still calling stuff iStore? No boundaries. By the way, guys, if I miss your chat, because like right now, like, they just posted all the social links, it just pushed the entire chat, so I can't see it anymore. If I miss your chat, just repost it. No worries. Fly to Honolulu while I'm still here. I'll treat you to a drink. It's my offer to all my friends. What about this Dole Whip thing? All right, this flight's going to Vegas. This flight's going to Phoenix. And let's see. And then Phoenix. Oh my God, yes? What? What are we talking about? Come to the Dole Plantation. Is it like an actual plantation? I don't like to go outdoors much. Another bar. Jesus, San Diego. Okay, here's the Tony Hawk restaurant. It literally says on the siding, it's like by Tony Hawk. And it's like, dope is so good. Here, I'm gonna show you this Tony Hawk restaurant here. I don't know if we're gonna eat here. It's right next to the McDonald's. There's also a grill over there. Okay, so it looks like this place is, I mean, it's a bar, but I wonder if they have other stuff too. But here's the Tony Hawk place. You got like 5 when I stayed at the Disney Hotel for a weekend. So here's the restaurant. This is by Tony Hawk. So Novecientos, I don't know what that means. But on the side it says by Tony Hawk. Let me. Yeah, it's just signature cocktails, it looks like. Order at the kiosk. I don't think they actually have food here. It looks cool. All right, there's a McDonald's here. I really would not like to, I'd rather get anything but McDonald's. Again, like I said, I've had McDonald's 4 times in the past 15 years, all of them in the past 18 months. This line is so long too. Excuse me. There's a Mediterranean grill here. What's this one here? Ambrosio? What is that? The Milano Pizza Experience. Ooh. Ooh, do you think San Diego does good pizza? Probably not. Charlotte, what do you think? They have a margarita pizza, pepperoni pizza, veggie lover, wait, Hannibal Lecter. Why is it called Hannibal Lecter? Sausage and mushroom. They have a taco stand. Is that it? Is that all my options? By the way, did you get In-N-Out while in Cali? I've had In-N-Out before. I don't need it. I'm good. I used to get In-N-Out like every year I came to Cali. Oh, you got an ad break. Actually, so I can't check my maps right now to see what else is in the. Here, look up what restaurants are in Terminal 1 of the San Diego airport. And tell me what's in here. It's a requirement whenever I get to go back. It's all right. I will say this, like, it's the best of the fast food burgers in the West Coast. Like, it's because it's not like anything. You don't put they don't put like a ton of extra stuff in there. They don't try and be super fancy. It's the best of like just the regular fast food burgers in the West Coast. Is it anything special compared to like other burgers you get at other places? Like, you can probably go to like a Red Robin and get something better. But for like your basic fast food burger, it's fantastic. I will say that. Now, if you want the best, not just the West Coast, if you ever come to the Midwest, check out a fast food restaurant called Culver's. So Culver's does what's called they do the butter burgers, and everyone that I've taken to a Culver's that's traveled, because I know people that like travel around the country for work, sometimes internationally for work. So they've been to like, California, they've been to Texas, they've been to all over the country. So, I mean, you hear about good burgers from Texas and good burgers from like California and whatnot. But everyone that I take that's been to all these other places and I take them to Culver's, they're like, this is the greatest burger ever. Or greatest fast food burger. Like, let's be realistic. It's not the best burger, but like, as far as fast food burgers go, Culver's it's the one to beat. But yeah, In-N-Out for like in California for your options of like fast food burgers, yeah, it's the best regular option, yeah. Answer your question, what would I know? I've never been to San Diego, so I don't know what's available. But just, I mean, California in general. I've never been super impressed with California pizzas. Let's check out what's on the other side here by these other terminals. I don't think there's food over here, guys. Well, let's find out. I got time. If I ate burgers, I'd recommend a place called Kuma's. Recommended the taco stand. Oh, I passed by that. At least I think that's what it was called. But there was a taco place I just passed by. We can check that out. Yeah, I think this is just literally the last couple gates here. I don't think there's any more restaurants over there. This is just a souvenir shop over on this side. Why would you design an airport like this where all the gates are on one side of security? That's the dumbest layout. Or Luna Grill. Okay, yeah, I passed by that as well. It's actually in Chicago. I think it's also the metropolis of the Midwest. The Midwest isn't really one metropolis. Like Chicago's its own thing. Like it kind of includes places like Gary, Indiana, and like it's a stretch to say like Milwaukee is part of that metropolis. That's a real big stretch. It's not like, because like yeah, you could say something like Washington D.C. through Boston is like one big metropolis. I think that's a fairly, it's a slight stretch, but that's a very reasonable claim to make. All right, let's take a look at the grill and the taco place. I'm not really feeling tacos right now, but I will take tacos over McDonald's. Yeah, my options are limited to whatever's in Terminal 2, because again, Terminal 1, because I'm basically disconnected from the other terminal, which is the older and bigger terminal. This one's still under construction. I don't know where it's under construction, but supposedly they're not done with it yet. We're gonna go get a taco. Literally most taco trucks in SoCal are recommended over like Del Taco. Okay. I mean, it's not a taco truck, we're inside an airport. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we got. There's baggage claim, or at least the doors to the baggage claim. All right. Let me know, guys, by the way, if I ever get too quiet. I got the, you can see I have the mic right below my mouth here, but I am also speaking a little on the quieter side because unlike something like TwitchCon where it's understandable that people would be streaming, people here aren't probably going to be expecting that as much. So it is called the taco stand, yeah. They've got churros, what? Oh, they got burritos, and they got tacos and extras. Chips and guac. I'm a sucker for chips and guac, guys. All right, taco options here. 2 per order, or we can get a burrito. I feel like you get more food in a single burrito than like probably two tacos. And they're only a little bit more. Taco Bell's defense is it is something the best food ever when you're high or drunk. That's fair. Actually, I went without Taco Bell for a long time, but then during the pandemic, it was like, all right, what are my food options if I don't want to eat at work? And I'd rather eat in my car. All right, tacos. They have carne asada for 15 bucks. Again, it's 2 tacos per order. We have pollo asado, which is chicken. Carne asada is a steak, by the way. Pollo asado for 14. Taco combo. What does that mean? For 14. 1 carne asada and 1 pollo. Oh, it's just one of each. Interesting. I think I've never been to either of those. Camaron, which is spicy shrimp. No, thank you. All right, burritos. They have a California burrito, which is steak, cheese, fries. Fries in, wait, what? Is this in the burrito? Guacamole, tomato salsa, and sour cream. Not big on the sour cream, but, and then let's see, we have the carne asada burrito. Steak, guac, beans, tomato, and salsa. That actually sounds really good. Should I go for the steak burrito? Wait, why would they put fries in the burrito? What the heck, California? Pollo asado burrito, chicken, essentially. And then shrimp. All right, I'm leaning right now towards the, hold on, let me read this here. The chicken's $1 cheaper. There are those are fries in a burrito. Cali's weird. California's a bit more cavalier about the food. All right. Do I want steak or do I want chicken? Steak is $1 more. I'm probably also gonna get the chips and guac. And then I should probably refill my water bottle. Let me do that now before I'm carrying food. Hey, our gamer. Fries in a wrap isn't a new thing. I'd opt for the chicken. I'm leaning towards the chicken, but we'll see. I haven't made my order yet. I think we're gonna go with the tacos, because like the other, let's see. Oh, here's the Luna Grill. It's a Mediterranean grill. Let's see what they have, because I know you guys brought that up. Shawarma wraps also have fries in the wrap itself. Also, Argument, how you doing? Let me just take a look at this menu here. We have kebabs. We have, so that's for plates. It's an $18 plate. They also have bowls. Hey, you guys want to see? Shawarma, the stuff they eat in the Avengers. I mean, that's one way to describe it. So Luna Grill. They have plates. They have bowls. They have pitas. Pita. Kids plate. Beverages more. I think we're gonna go for the tacos. I think we don't want McDonald's. And then here's this. This is a pizza place. I don't really like the pizza options. Hey, Sparkle, welcome in. We're trying to find food at the airport. I'm probably gonna go with tacos. How are you today? I'm gonna fill up my water bottle. Give me a second. Let some people pass by. Which side is my water bottle on? It's on this side. Let's see. It's from here. This salad or something, I'll take that. Mediterranean food is usually pretty good. It's pretty good. But right now, let's see. Hang on. Maybe I should just put my bag on my suitcase. Let me just move this side and do that. So it's easier to get at everything. Hang on, chat. Should I put you guys down? Not in like an insult way. I mean like physically put the phone down. Oops. Uh-oh, chat went away because I went vertical. If you posted something, I didn't see it, post it again. All right, let's refill my water bottle. They should have ice machines too. Yeah, if I didn't read your chat already, just, oh no, my filter. My filter. That's right, what are the options for Asian food? There's none here. Oops, someone's vehicle's getting towed. Boo earns. Okay, I get the filter back in. All right. The water bottle cap back on. All right. The water bottle back in the bag for now. So again, the camera might go vertical in a second. Hold on, I'm trying not to. Just get in the bag. This bag is stuffed full. You know what I need to get? Insta365 has these like clip-on cameras. I should get one of those. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Is camera horizontal again? Let's go get some tacos or burritos. We're getting a burrito. We're getting the chicken burrito. Chicken burrito once these people pass by me here, so I can cross it. All right. But yeah, Argumer and Sparkle, how are both of you doing? So you guys came in. Whoop. Oh, free rides. A little cart there. Drive through it. Wait, how am I gonna carry the food?
and you guys, and my suitcase. This might get awkward. All right, chat, you still there? Douse yourself in radiation, grow a third arm. You still going chicken over the steak? Is that what we're doing? They both have, let's see, tomato, beans, guac, salsa. Also got chips and guac on the side. Chips and guac is $12, guys. Jeez. I'm gonna skip the drink because I have water.
Getting a very good view of Colombia. Ooh.
No, but because I have the
Little holder for the phone.
remember when on the Japan trip when I would just put you guys into my pocket for like a ride? Can't do that right now. Hello. I should have a thing where I'm gonna just attach this to my suitcase if I need to in a split moment.
Again, maybe that Insta365 camera is something I should have messed in. First I thought it said Colombina. Oh, could you imagine? Oh, that'd be a perfect like merchandise thing. Where it looks like Colombia, the logo, but it's actually Colombina. That'd be perfect for a Genshin fan merch. Fair warning, apparently 2.3 is absolutely broken. Is that ZZZ? I've been hearing Destiny talk about that, but again, I won't get to it for another week.
So hopefully by then they push an update out.
Yeah, ZZZ, okay. Spoiled an Orphe stuff for 2.2.
Ah. The Orphe stuff is pretty cool, I will say.
Alright.
Hi. Yeah, tap. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Can I get the let's see, the pollo asado burrito, and then the chips and guac, and then that'll be it.
Your name?
Christian.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Put that down. All right.
We'll call you when it's ready.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Just put this against this wall here. Oops, sorry. There we go. What'd you order? Might I ask? A burrito. Had a chicken burrito and chips and guac. I know what Orphe is, which feels major, but hopefully there's other cool stuff I don't know yet.
Oh, they have, yeah, I mean, this story is more than just like, hey, who am I? Who am I? 24601. Yeah, we're getting a burrito. Be my final meal in California before I head home. We just gotta find a place to eat here. Who am you? You guys know the reference? Did I see the right number? That might not even be the right number. 24601. I think it's the right number. It's been a while. It's been a while, chat. Should I? I mean, not necessarily, but it's a pretty famous reference. I feel like having my backpack on this attached to a suitcase on top like this. Like the backpack is designed to be attached to one, but I think this suitcase is very flimsy. I'm worried about breaking it. They seem to be going through orders pretty quickly here. Lame is, there you go. Kaizen knows. Is that the right number, by the way? 24601? Or did I get it wrong? All right. What's this place called again? Taco stand or something? Ooh, that guy got a frozen margarita. Looks pretty good. I don't drink any. What's in a margarita, actually? I don't even remember. That's right. Oh, sweet. Never seen it, much less read the novel. I haven't read the novel. I saw the stage musical once, and then I saw the movie with Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman, and oh shoot, what's her name? Actually, no, there were a lot of good actresses in the movie version. But who was the girl? She was in Mean Girls, and then also there's what's her name? The one who played Eponine. Tequila and lime. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't really do alcohol anymore. And then what was the other girl's name? Oh shoot, she had like such a great voice. It was like Sarah or something maybe? It started with an S. Were you asking? Was in the in a frozen margarita, but it doesn't matter. I was just kind of curious. Someone got one and it looked really good, but I'm like, no. Want the recipe? Oh, I'm good on the recipe. I'm not gonna be making that anytime soon. Remind me, I have to get napkins. And now what do we eat? Find a place. Actually, I see some seats by the Boston gate. Margaritas are vegan. Tequila, triple sec, and lime juice. Something like a white Russian is not because it uses cream. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I never knew like when people mix drinks before. If like I was out with people who are like, especially like at events like at E3, like if someone was sponsoring an event, they had like open bar. I was like, well, what the hell do I get? I don't know how to order. Because I even when I was okay with drinking, like from time to time, it's like I did so infrequently that I was like, I don't know what to order. I don't know how to order. I don't know what I'd like. So I think the first mixed drink I ever tried was just someone like, I was like, what do I get? What do I get? And they were like, let's start with something simple. Ask for a screwdriver. I was like, okay, I'll ask for a screwdriver. And even then, I don't remember what that is. It was orange juice or something. This lady's got a San Diego Padres tattoo. Imagine having a San Diego Padres tattoo. I also have simple syrup in them. Not the stuff you put in a while. No, yeah. The glass is traditionally served with the. Yes, I've seen those at Chili's. All right, so I'm going to be carrying you guys and the bag of food in the same hand, my suitcase and backpack in the other. We're going to find a table to eat at and put you guys down on the table while I eat and review these tacos. What's the name of this place again? Taco something? Taco stand? I don't know. Might be vegetarian, but considering how much of my food it has cheese, I don't think I could handle a vegan diet. It takes time getting used to, I'm sure. Any ink done? I want to be traditional Filipino style. I believe it's called the tag. I'm not sure. I don't have any tattoos myself. The taco stand. Okay. Nice and simple. I like it. All right, I think the guy that's waiting up next was before me, like right before me. So hopefully we're soon. Da 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 da. Bum bum bum. Oh, never mind. Christian? Yep.
Chips and guac for burrito?
Yes. Thank you so much. We got our food, guys. All right, let's go find a place to eat. Let's go this way. We don't have to eat at our gates. Could you imagine if that was a restriction? All right. Let's see. Any new chats? No, I don't think so. Or I can just eat here. Let's just eat here, chat. There's a table here at the literally right next door to the taco stand. So like, there's the taco stand. Here's the pizza place. I'm gonna eat right here. Cartethia tattoo I mentioned. Decided to wait a full year before actually doing it because it's a huge commitment. I need to make sure it's not just a fake. Yeah. See, that's why I could never get a tattoo. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some really cool tattoos out there, right? But it's like, because they're essentially permanent, it's like drawing on yourself, right? Would I like, if I drew on myself 10 years ago, would I still like it today? That's the question I always ask myself. Wear t-shirts and basketball shorts. I don't ever wear belts anyways. All right. It's a big bag of food. All right, ASMR guys, you're gonna hear me chewing and all that stuff. Nom nom nom. My bag next to me here. My water. Oh, they give me like a whole thing of guac. Jesus. No wonder it's $12. There's my burrito. It feels cold on the bottom. That's not good. That's a bad sign. And then here, I assume these are the chips. This is a lot of chips. Jesus. Is it the chips? Yes, it is. Oh my God. That's a lot of chips. All right, well, dig in, chat. Well, just one example. Speaking of a wallet, it's probably made from leather as well. Idea of getting part of her splash art on my bicep. Okay. Imagine you just have like a whole sleeve of like character splash arts. That'd be pretty cool, actually. All right. Pollo. If I can get the sticker open, or just maybe I could just tear the foil. Did they cut this in half? It's gonna be tough to eat if it's not cut in half.
It does feel cold on one side. That's a bad sign, right? It's probably a bad sign. All right, so it's not cut in half. So we're eating this thing like a whole burrito here. All right, guys. Now it's a mukbang. Let's uncap my guac. I got my water over on the right. Okay. Ooh, the guac looks really good, guys. The guac looks really good. Should I show you everything right now? Let's show you. Let's show you everything. So there's our guac. That looks really good. Got our chips, got our burrito, got my water with an air tag taped to it. Full splash art is way too big and complex. I'm sure you can make it happen. All right, let's try this guac because it actually looks really good. Welcome back, Demi. We're eating. I got a burrito from a taco place. Let's see, Sparkle wants to get a tattoo at some point. What would you get? Do you know? But anyone who hasn't played the game, if I got the full thing. All right, chips, okay. Guac, fantastic. Guac is nice and creamy. I love it. The chips could use more salt. You're hungry? Get some food. Healthy food. Like an apple or a banana or something. You know what I really like as far as like fruit, like for a snack? Banana with peanut butter. Push me off the vat. Off the what? Everything could use more salt. But no, yeah, the guac is fantastic here. Sparkle, maybe Sparkle's master on you. Oh, okay. Like I said, I don't see myself ever getting a tattoo. Like, there's some really cool tattoos out there, but like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, it's essentially permanent. And it's like, if I drew on myself 10 years ago, would I still like it today? That's a lot of commitment right there. Eating fries, not lately strictly as an excuse to eat salt. That doesn't sound healthy at all. Okay, for the burrito, it tastes good. One side of the burrito is cold. Not like frozen cold, but like less than room temperature. Part of the splash arts. Oh, hold on. Get more in touch with my Filipino roots. Like the opposite of hot. It's like on a scale of cold to hot, it's more on the cold side. But again, just one side of it. The rest of it's fine. Sorry for all that we're fighting. Wait, what's happening? Who's doing what now? Wasn't aware that we were fighting.
or are you?
Nope.
using this chair?
Feel free. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yep. So hungry. Salting my tongue makes me seem like a serial. You salt your tongue? I don't know what that has to do with it, but all right. I love the creaminess of the guac. They could use a little bit of spiciness, like some extra ingredients to add a little bit of a kick. But the creaminess of it is fantastic. You used to? Well, I wasn't allowed to do that anymore. I stopped and just started eating salty food. I don't see what the problem is. Plant-based meats, a lot of them have high. Yeah, no, it's true. That is true. Nope, go ahead. Yep. Yep. LA, no, yeah, San Diego, like Chad said, but only for a few more hours, and then I'm heading back to Chicago. Actually, Tara's flight should have left by now, I think. Yeah, it's really close to Baja California, yeah. I'm back. I think relatively recently, I don't know how recently, but relatively recently, I think San Diego actually, they didn't get very far, but they submitted an application for the Olympics, but it was like one of those dual applications where it would partly be in San Diego, partly in Tijuana. Is that what it's called? Can't remember the name of the city. This is northernmost border prior to each 48 was halfway through what is now, or yes, I do. Somewhere in California, yes, yeah. The very bottom tip of California.
Home? Oh, hey, we're in the same flight then. Yeah. Gonna be a late one.
What is the border like? I mean, I haven't been to the border. Still trying to build his Gore-Fi fence? No, today apparently he demolished the side of the White House today. And I really hope once he's out of office, it gets torn down. He what? No, he demolished the side of the White House to build a ballroom. I don't know who approved this, but they're on the way out. Yep. There are pictures already. But yeah, I hope it does get torn down with the next administration, so that does not become a legacy of his. Same with the fact that he apparently poured cement over the Rose Garden. Like, that was months ago. So all Jackie Kennedy's Rose Garden, gone. Two Catholic presidents? Yes, I do. Can you guys name the other one? Or both? Actually, I don't know if you know, if everyone in here knows even one. I will say they're both in the last 70 years. Hey, Charlotte knows. Yeah, Kennedy and Biden. Nice job. Yeah, people were concerned at first when Kennedy was running. It was like, oh, a president that, you know, submits to the Pope? Is that allowed? Kennedy? We've only had one Kennedy for president, technically. Number two, Robert Kennedy would have won had he not been murdered. Guy was killed. That's how we got Nixon. Go to the art store behind you. It's not like an art store. I see Cheetos. But they have some clothes. We can maybe go in there. Thought he did win, but was decided. He would have been. He was murdered on Super Tuesday, which means he would have won. He probably even did win the Democratic nomination. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? He was the presumptive nominee, I believe. But he didn't. We didn't reach the general election yet. Speaking back on the topic of tattoos, who create unique tattoos? Oh, need to refresh my U.S. history. Oh, someone who creates unique tattoos. Who do you know? Yeah, never means it. Yeah, he was. So, again, he was assassinated on Super Tuesday, which is like the big day of like primaries. So he probably would have secured the Democratic nomination if he hadn't already that day. He might have. I don't know the exact time. I know it was at night when that happened. So he might have already been declared the winner, but then he was assassinated. Oh, you don't know anyone like that? Okay. That'd be cool though if you know someone that does really good tattoos. This is a big burrito. I hope I don't have to go to the bathroom on the plane.
But if I'm sleeping, it's unlikely I'll have to go at all. So that's good. Check it out when you're safely. Yeah, yeah. I can check it out after stream here. I just can't switch. I found that out yesterday. If I switch apps, stream ends. Oh, the burrito's good. Could use a bit of a spicy kick to it, though. Wasn't the first Catholic to run? Yeah. I'm surprised that it took until 1928 for that to happen, though. Herbert Hoover, oh man, you know how badly he lost when he went up for re-election? Because he was presiding over the Great Depression, and you get someone like Roosevelt promising much better things. See, cousin, that's what I do sometimes. I never salted my tongue like, man. It's like salt at the bottom of this box here of the chips. I tap my finger on the salt, like a finger of salt there. Salt. All the Catholics who did run for president were Democrats, yeah. Bombardment. Does that fit? It's clever. Barely? Go for it. $12 is a cap. Only 12? That's surprising given the number of Pokemon that have like two words in the name now. Nickname is Skevin, the Scorpion. Drinking him. Hey, Tree Man. Thank you for the hydrate. Do you have to go now? All right, have a good one, Charlotte. No stream left tonight. This is the only stream for today. Unless it crashes, then we have to just restart. Are you at the airport? Yes, I'm at the San Diego airport, waiting for my flight to head back home to Chicago. My flight's still in another hour and a half. Scorpion Kevin. Just feels like a Kevin. That'd be fun to name all your Pokemon the name that they look like. Like, this one looks like a Bob. Like how Feraligatr feels like an Alvin. Simon. Theodore? Oh, now you gotta get Pokemon up each one. Going to the art store behind. We can check it out. It's not really an art store. It's just the name of it. It's like a souvenir shop. Sculpey is a female, which references up. Ba-da-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. Did you get for lunch? I went to a taco stand. Well, it's called the taco stand or something, but it's like a burrito and taco place. So we got a chicken burrito. I talked myself out of the steak burrito, and then we also got chips and guac. The beans in here are really good. Black or pinto? They actually didn't specify. That's a good question. I would assume black beans. Actually, wait. No, maybe not. This might be pinto beans, yeah. That house, the Amphros. Marquesa, the Roserade. Have you ever had tea with salt in it? I can't say I have, but I don't have tea all that often. Wouldn't be opposed to trying it. But Chad, I forgot to ask, how many of you guys have ever been to San Diego? Maybe next time I take an extra day off and take you guys to the zoo with me. By the way, my phone's at 20%, so at some point I'm going to unplug this mic and we'll just plug in the charger for a little bit. So we'll be on the built-in mic for a bit once I'm done eating. I'm going to try the tacos there. Well, the burrito's pretty good. I was saying this earlier though, both the burrito and the guac could use a bit more spiciness to them. The texture's fine. And the guac is real nice and creamy, which is fantastic. But they both could use a little bit of spice. The only thing that's listed as spicy on their menu is the shrimp tacos and the shrimp burrito. What's TwitchCon? Anything cool happen? Just ran into some fellow streamer friends. You guys remember, we rated her a couple times, she's rated us a couple times. You guys remember It's Tammy sized? They're a fan of like Fire Emblem and Pokemon. Yeah, you know, she wasn't here, but like the rest of her community was, because she was at a wedding. The homie was here. We actually ran into her, I think, twice, maybe 3 times today, 3 times over the last couple days. Wheelie was in here in TwitchCon. Spud was here. Who else did I run into? A couple Australian streamers that I follow. So T10 Nat, Tina's Topia, ran into the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy. A friend of mine who's a Twitch ambassador, Ash said hi. She does a lot of like retro games and stuff like that. Lily Pichu, stuff like that. This is a call out of, you remember this person? They weren't here. He goes, no, she was at a wedding. But like, again, at least three prominent members of her community were here. So Naomi, Wheelie, Spud. Yeah, I ran into Naomi early on the second day when I was actually finishing up lunch. Ran into her again at the TwitchCon block party, which is when I also I saw Wheelie and Spud because they were all there together. And then one more time, I ran into Naomi yesterday. What's TwitchCon about? It's a convention essentially. They have the expo hall, which is mainly for like exhibitors. So you'll have people like game companies or companies that help streamers. They offer services to help streamers, whether it's like Stream Elements or Voice Mod. By the way, guys, Voice Mod, we're bringing that back because apparently they now support Mac. I found this out yesterday or 2 days ago. So we're gonna try and bring back Voice Mod. They have game tournaments like the Twitch Rivals sessions. They have areas where like people can just play tabletop games against each other. They have Artist Alley where a lot of Twitch artists can show off their stuff and sell some merch. They have panels where you can go and like listen to some Twitch executives or even other just big streamers and hear their presentation as to like what they do or how you can get better and stuff like that. And if you're having lunch, you can eat lunch at the Kappa Cabana, aptly named the Kappa Cabana, where they have live music from music streamers. They also have meetups with like some of the bigger streamers. And then a lot of other smaller streamers will still use TwitchCon as a way for their communities to do like a community meetup. Be like, hey, let's get together in person for once. I try to go once I live in the mainland again. Yeah, we'll see if TwitchCon changes because of the incident this year. I'm sure they're going to be back, but I'm sure TwitchCon is going to look a little bit different in the future to prevent incidents like that happening again. Oh, and speaking of Lily Peaches, so when I ran into him yesterday, the first thing I said to him, I was like, I love your podcast. I didn't realize until later that day that her podcast is like currently on hiatus because they're restructuring because of a controversy. And speaking of Lily Peach's podcast, did you guys hear? Did you guys see what Pokimane posted and announced today? Apparently, Pokimane is like quitting streaming on the regular. What happened? Do you guys know the streamer Amiru? So she was there for a meet and greet, and apparently someone was able to bypass like all the like surrounding TwitchCon security, walk across meet and greets, and essentially assault Amiru. Basically grabbed her and tried to kiss her. So she was screaming. She was able to get away, and then her private security shoved the guy out of the way. But then the guy was able to leave unescorted on their own, and which now people are mad at Twitch about that, which understandable, you know. Because apparently they didn't like actually apprehend him until later that day, and it was only I think temporarily banned from Twitch until Amira's manager pushed for a permanent ban. What the hell? Yeah, no, it's gone viral. Go look on social media. You know her? Know who? Amiru or Pokimane? I think Pokimane always says she's quitting like streaming on the regular. She says she's still going to stream from time to time, and I don't know how that affects their podcast. Because again, they said they were restructuring their podcast. How wasn't he immediately taken down and arrested if he pulls that in front of her? Yeah, that's the thing people are upset about. Like, which one? We just talked about several. Amiru? Or Pokey? Or Lily? Yeah, I literally just named 3 girls. All right, I don't think I can finish this burrito. I might have to go to the bathroom beforehand. We'll see. Oh, Lily, okay. Pink hair, glasses. That one. My phone might be running out of battery, guys. Let's see, is there a battery indicator here? No, not for the phone. Doesn't Lily Peachy say he's VA? I don't think she's a VA. You can check. I don't think she. Time's your flight? It's 5:14 right now. My flight's at 6:35. So if my phone's running out of battery, I might just end stream because I might have to go to the bathroom anyway. Because someone kept redeeming hydrate. No, it's fine. It's fine. But that way I can charge my phone, go to the bathroom, get ready for the flight. We will be back on tomorrow night, but only for a little bit because I have marching band rehearsal. So we'll be pulling for Farina. We're at the store. Oh yeah, we'll do that before I go. But I want to finish eating, show you guys the store real quick. She is? Really? Huh. Well, I took a picture with her, so I'll show you guys that. No, I think I posted it in the Discord, didn't I?
I'll post all my pictures on Instagram and TikTok later too. I might be done with this burrito. It's a big burrito. Is this like the third Genshin VA you've actually met now? Which others have I met? I didn't realize she was a Genshin VA. Does she voice anything else anywhere? Let's do one more bite of the burrito. A few rolls and stuff. Everything I would know or at least have heard of. I got a cool shirt. One you 100% know? What do you know from Pokemon? Okay. From the game or from the anime? I'll take it for the posture check. I mean, it's kind of hard to not sit up properly at one of these chairs. Oh, from Pokemon Masters? Also from the games then, basically. I would assume also in the main game? Or is it just Masters? Is she credited in those games as Lily Pichu? Oh, they're not voicing the main one. Okay. Thank you. All right, we're done with this burrito. It's been big. Too big. Wait, one more bite. What about the anime? Don't know what. Okay. Yeah, it's our voice. Pikachu's voice. Pikachu's had the same voice actor for a long time. Isn't the voice of Pikachu also in Japan, I should say? Who was it in Fire Emblem? Was it Tiki? I think it's adult Tiki. Voice of Tiki, thank you. All right, so I'm done eating. We're gonna check out this store and then we're gonna probably wrap up because my phone's probably almost out of battery. I need it for my boarding pass too, so. All right.
People assume iOS wasn't giving her alts. Turned out just because they wanted to appeal to the worst kind of people. I just did. Hold on. Hold on. Asked me once to put it away in the bag. Oh my god. Being too noisy. I need a garbage. There's one. I need a bigger garbage. Oh, maybe here? Maybe here? Could just be a potted plant. I don't know. Is this a garbage? I think so. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the store.
You can bring to citizen.
Hold on, Tree Man. We'll get to that in a bit. Excuse me. So again, it's not really an art store. It's like a convenience slash souvenir store. So you got like juice here. You got canned stuff. Popcorn. Gummy foods and Kit Kats. Guys, if you want Kit Kats, you go to Japan. That's where you go. We got Halloween Reese's and stuff. We got San Diego apparel, like sweatshirts, hoodies, and t-shirts. Straw hats, baseball caps, headphones. Buy one, get one 50% off. A lot of my students could probably use headphones. They have AirPods Max over in the back. I could use some AirPods Max. Are those buy one, get one? Wait. wait. Buy one, get one off. Oh, that's for water. I thought it was buy one, get one for headphones. I was like, wait a second. That's misleading, putting it on the headphone wall. Under the word headphones and above all the actual headphones. But no, it's buy one, get one off on Fiji water and Evian water. Oh, you can mix and match. You can get both. But anyway. We got phone chargers in the back. Ear plugs and stuff like, or sorry, earphones, like earbuds. Coolers. Alright, but yeah, that's what the store is. There's some snacks in the back. But yeah, just your typical airport convenience and souvenir shop. Alright. I'm gonna get back to my gates, or close to it. Actually, maybe we'll stop here, because the bathrooms are here. And I don't know if there's another one on the way. So maybe we might end here, near the Tony Hawk's bar. There's a couch here. There's a few couches here. Should we end here, chat? At Tony Hawk's? Yeah, my phone actually just gave me a warning for 10% battery, so I gotta plug this thing in, guys, otherwise I'm not gonna have a boarding pass. All right, you guys still there? All right, Tree Man, I will hydrate one more time for you. You still there, Tree Man? 'Cause I'm gonna hydrate. Still here? All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I don't know if I can start a raid at all, but we will see you guys tomorrow night when we pull for Farina. All right. Thank you for the hydrate, Tree Man. Everyone in chat, you also have to hydrate. Oh my god, so hard putting my water bottle away with one hand. Because my backpack is like packed and breaking at the seams. So it's too stuffed. All right, we're gonna wrap up, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be in the Discord tonight probably, but did my Hoyo dailies and Divergent Universe and stuff like that. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your days. If you're pulling for Nefer or Farina as soon as the update drops, best of luck. We'll pull in the evening. Again, it's a mid-patch update, so it'll be live as soon as the first one ends. So no maintenance. You guys have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you back in Chicago. Bye, guys.